Hello, 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 YouTube, and welcome back to A Life of a Praying Prison Wife. I am, hold on, y'all, ferret, please don't run out here. Oh, that's a cute little ferret. Mrs. Deidre Lee, and I am coming to y'all via down the road. I just left my hubby, and I must say our visit was fantastic. They done put games in, y'all. Oh, but hold on. Let me do my serenity prayer real quick. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom. Lord God knows the wisdom to know the difference. Amen. Well, I don't know if y'all can see my shirt or not. Hold on, let me see if I can position the phone now a little bit. It reads, some people spend a lifetime looking for their soulmate. Then it's at the bottom, I married mine. Can y'all see it? If y'all can't see it, that's what it say. Today was a good day. Today was a very, very good day. But my title or topic for today is confirmation. And I wanted to speak on confirmation because of my doctor visit yesterday and my fellowship with a coworker / friend last night, and fellowship with my husband and one of the men that was just in there. I mean, we just had church. We had church last night. I had church yesterday. I mean, just church. Oh my God. Hold on, let me make sure the volume is up so y'all can hear me. When God put people in your life, He put them in there for a reason. Whether it's for them to give you a lesson or for them to be a blessing. And when I say it was no coincidence that the man that sat to the right of us today and the lady that sat to the left of us, God put us right there. Because when we first got into visit, you have to get your snacks and everything, and then you have to sit down or whatever. And my husband had grabbed the snacks. I grab everything and then I put them up on top of one of the drink machines, and he comes in or whatever, and he grabbed all the snacks down and he go take them to the table or whatever. But let me tell you how God worked. One of the officers, COs, as you know, she's a fool with it. And when I say a fool with it, I think she is just so unhappy. There are a lot of them that are unhappy. You hear me? But let me tell you how good God is. She waits until my husband sat down, put all the stuff on the table. Hold on, y'all. And she had the little bit of officer, he probably about 5'1", 5'2", come over and say, Mrs. Lee, they want y'all to move to the front row. I said, oh, they back playing musical chairs again. They do that when they feel a certain type of way, or they feel a certain way, or they probably mad at what you got on, or something like that. I don't know, don't know. But anywho, we sat down. I walked over to my husband and I was like, babe, I said, did the man come over here and say anything to you about moving? He was like, no, baby, he ain't saying anything to me. I said, you sure? He was like, yeah. I was like, do they not want to say it to him? It bothered me, but then again, it did it. I said, because the devil will try to use anything, and I say anything to stir up, to start confrontation, or to put you in a mix or whatever. But you got to be smart enough and beat that stupid fool at his own game. My husband was like, it's all right, it's no thing or whatever. So my husband got up, he moved over But before my husband can sit down, I didn't go to the first row where she wanted us to sit. God told me to sit on the third row where there's still seats or whatever. When I tell y'all, she couldn't say nothing because my husband was like, well, maybe she want us to move to a one seat chair or whatever. Because, you know, the way it's set up is like a chair, a table, a chair. And if you got two visitors, it's a chair, a table, 2 chairs, 3 chairs, 4 chairs, depending on your visitors or whatever. Today he only had one, me. Okay, so basically, she wanted us to sit in that. My husband, that was my husband's perception of it. Okay, I didn't sit on the first row. I sat on the third because that's what God told me to sit at. And when I sat there, it was an older man. He was pretty much talking about God and all that. And I don't ear hustle, but when you're sitting so close, you can't help but to hear what, the different things that people are talking about or whatever. But anyway, to make a long story short, I can't come before you all too long today, because when I get on the road, my call dropped, or whatever, like 5 minutes in. So I'm gonna finish up. I pulled over at the gas station so I can finish telling y'all how God work and telling y'all about this confirmation. The man was talking or whatever, and he looked over to my husband. He said, "He who finds a wife," and my husband was like, "Findeth a good thing," and boom, it took off from there. Everything that my friend that I talked about last night, everything we could have discussed last night, this man just said or whatever. So he was like, you're about to get ready to come home. We already know that. They can't hold him forever or whatever. But the man confirmed it. Like, he confirmed it. And he told my husband, he was like, it's something God wants you to do first. I'm saying in my head, I ain't saying nothing out loud or whatever. I'm like, what do you think he's talking about? And my husband like, baby, I don't know. I was like, I don't know either, but you need to go to God and ask him. What is it that he wants you to do? So you come home, because it's time to come home. But y'all, I'm serious. I'm saying all of that to say the confirmation part is what me and my friend was discussing last night, is about how people are unhappy and how people are set in their ways and how people will do whatever they need to do to pull you into their misery. But you have to be strong enough to say, I'm not going to let you win, devil. You're not going to get to me. You're not going to get next to me or whatever. I'm going to do what I need to do to push on. Because the simple reason is God already say what he have. He have everything in his hand and under his control. We just have to know how to maneuver through different situations. And my way of maneuvering is God. When I tell you people do stuff to me, say stuff, man, I done had it all done to me. It's pretty much nothing that hadn't been done. But in the midst of it all, I sustain myself and I just pray. I quote the Serenity Prayer 20, 30 times a day if I need to, but this man was just so powerful. I asked my husband, because the way he was talking, I'm like, babe, he in your dorm? And he like, no. I said, well, I ain't know. He's like, well, he went to Cairo or whatever, but he was just transferred and he came back or whatever. My husband said some other stuff or whatever about the guy, but the most important thing about it is that man, God has been talking to him. He spoke some very high things on me and my husband today, on our marriage. He asked me what my shirt says. I stood up and, let him read it or whatever. And he was just like, you're blessed. He said, a lot of people can't be a wife. And I was like, huh? He was like, a lot of people can't be a wife. I didn't understand where he was coming from in saying that or whatever. But he was just like, a lot of people can't be a wife. I told him, I think you're right. A lot of people want to hold a title. A lot of people give boyfriends or significant others titles that they don't deserve. But that's neither here nor there. I ain't here for that. My whole thing is the confirmation of my husband coming home. It was told to me through his mother. I've been hearing her voice, and it's a very soft-spoken voice. She's not here, y'all. She's an angel in the sky who's watching over us. But she told me to tell him to take it easy, keep God first, and do what he needs to do because he's about to come home. Now, it's one thing we're shooting for, you know, and I don't want to get into that, but the most important thing is to remain faithful, remain humble, pray, keep God first in everything you do, and don't fall victim to the negativity or the negative things or people that are around you, because the devil wants you to fall in a trap. He wants you to fall in a trap and be so stuck on what to do next, or, you know, how can I just stir up your life? You have to not lose sight. I want to leave y'all with this. I have a friend, her name is Danielle Denise. She have a song, and it's entitled Moving On. For one way or another, that lady wrote that song, and I know the song by heart. I knew it in like 2 or 3 days. But I told her I wanted to mention her in her song because she don't know how that song helped me. But in me listening to that song and me saying I'm moving on, y'all. I'm moving on. My husband is about to move on, and we're going to move on together in this thing called love. In this marriage, I'm moving away from negativity. I'm moving on away from negativity. I'm moving away from drama. I'm moving away from negative people. I'm moving away from the naysayers. I'm moving away from all of the extra stuff that is trying to tear my spirit or break my spirit, because I know God got me. I know God got us, and I know God has my family. And I'm saying all of that to say, y'all, they done there were just books and visitation or whatever. They have put games in there. We had board games, cards, all that. Me and my husband just played cards for the first time. And we always single out the room, but today it was just me and him. Like, it was just us. He and I, we was just sitting there playing. He taught me how to play casino. I never played casino a day in my life. But it felt so good to laugh and to play and to sit and look at his face and bring some joy to his day, to his life. And I'm saying all that to say, I know that day is coming soon. These confirmations that we are getting are stronger than ever. Y'all stand. Everything that God said he is going to do, he is going to do it. Trust him. Trust and believe in him. That I can't say that man is real. That beam is real. Trust him. Go through it and grow through it. For real. I feel so good. Today just was a good day. Oh my God. Today was just a good day. I love you guys. Thanks for watching, liking, and please subscribe if you haven't already, and feel free to share. Thanks again for tuning in to A Life of a Praying Prison Wife. I am your girl, Deidre Lee, signing out.